Review of an artificial reef. Human influence in the Valsaline Bay. In 2020, a concrete wall was built to cover a pipe which transports wastewater from a cesspit out of the Valsaline Bay. The construction caused a major upheaval and produced large amounts of sediment and debris. As a result, the integrity of many vulnerable habitats in the bay was endangered. The amount of uprooted sediment led to the decrease of several habitats, like algae forests and pebble beaches. Since this wall is quite new, it is sparsely populated. Agile animals like fish can be spotted around the wall. However, the settlement of sessile organisms is rare. At first sight, the wall seems like a desolate scar that has only negatively impacted its environment. But there is hope. In the same bay, several hundred meters apart, in depths of 3 to 5 meters, another building project occurred over 20 years ago. Blocks of concrete were introduced to anchor a swimming pier. Today, these blocks provide habitat for many sessile species of algae and animals. Oysters anchor themselves to surfaces, and they themselves provide new habitat for other species like the green algae Flabellia petiolata. Grazers like the black sea urchin can vertically climb the surface to reach algae growing on top of a block. In greatly light-exposed areas, plants like this characteristic brown algae, commonly known as the peacock's tail, are joined by green algae, such as the chain-like Halimeda tuna. The Mediterranean chromis or damselfish, and species of bream like the saddled sea bream, as well as the common two-banded sea bream, find shelter and food in the vicinity of the blocks. Filter-feeding animals like the bright yellow sponges and bryozoa can form vast colonies and provide more habitat for other species. Caryophylla looks like an anemone but belongs to the same family as the stony corals. This cluster of oysters provides habitat for many organisms, for example bristleworms. They use their bristles to filter the water for plankton. Large metal cages filled with bycatch from the seafloor, mostly oysters, were put on top and next to the wall. Some of the oysters were alive at the time of placement. The shells and even the metal itself can provide even more habitat. One of the large anchor chains protruding from the blocks teem with life. Fish like the painted comber and the common two-banded sea bream venture to the wall in search of food. These are clusters of common cuttlefish eggs attached to strings that were placed to increase the quality of the habitat. This male grey wrasse builds his nest out of plant material and defends it vigorously. His behavior is helping to increase the species diversity on the wall. The plants were brought from various locations, and the chance is high that they are still alive and will settle the wall. In comparison to the block, the wall seems empty, but it is likely that over the years more organisms will settle. Although the wall is located in depth between 5 to 10 meters and is therefore deeper than the concrete blocks, it is likely that this discrepancy won't suffice to cause large difference in this species diversity. So there is hope that one day the wall will be teeming with life and will redeem itself for the initial habitat loss.